All right, what's happening? So this is a Bambu Labs P1S with the AMS. We scooped it up at Microcenter here in Atlanta. I'm lucky I have two Microcenters here in Atlanta. So I rushed over there. I was kind of trying to wait. I only had one left. That's what the inventory said. And when I got there, man, they had a huge ass display. So tons of the Bambu Labs P1S at Microcenter. They're $749 right now with the AMS. They've got PLA Plus on sale, their inland brand, for like $15.99. So I'm excited about that stuff. This is not an ad for Microcenter. I just absolutely love that place. So we're going to try and get this sucker set up here and just see how it goes. We've got a few hours. It's about 10 o'clock here Eastern. I got to be to work at 2. So we're going to try and get this thing out and get it together. The kids have their Thanksgiving break coming up soon, and I would just be thrilled if they could do a little bit more than just downloading the STL files and printing things out. If they could start working with the Bambu Labs software, stuff like that, that'd be really cool. One thing we also got to discuss is network issues with these. I guess they're phoning home every time you put an STL and any kind of file in there, and I don't think any of that stuff's encrypted inside of the ecosystem, but we're probably going to isolate it somehow with its own router, and we'll do all that stuff. But right now we're just going to try and get this thing together. So it's our first live stream here, so we might be playing around a little bit. It's our first one from a phone. We've done a ton on the other computer back over here. Haven't really done it off the phone much, so I can't see the screen right now. Don't know if there's 100 people there or 0, but we'll be playing around with that, and I might be using my PC back here too to make it a little easier to operate. So here we go. One other thing we're going to do, since there's nobody here with us, we're going to go to the channel, the dashboard. We want to go and maybe go to the actual Busy Mind Studio. Bear with us. Like we said, first time here, right? Why is this not showing me anything right now? That's just awesome. Because I'm over here playing around with that. Sorry, folks. All right. It's going to be like the echo chamber of echo chambers here. No. All right, great. This is good stuff. So, of course, where's the knife at? So we have been wanting this guy for about a year. This time last year, my nephew, they came into town, and Chance is doing a lot of robotics, and it was suggested that we get this guy here because we would just be able to get printing. And that is a big thing. How much time are you going to spend messing around with this stuff? Generally, that's something I like to do, is constantly mess around with things. But time is money, and I don't want to waste any more time here. So now, there's the AMS there. Let's just open that guy up. Here's our quick start guide right there. I did already watch a few videos and this and that. We're going to see how this pans out. So first things first, we just got to get this guy out of here. Normally I would already be pulling it out. You know, you got to use your feet. But oh yeah. Come on, girlfriend. All right. So let's see what we are working with here, folks. Oh yeah. This definitely got to be the back. Oh, I do like this, but the thing, it's going to have some wobble to it. We're actually going to put it in another area. But I do definitely like that guy there. Woo! So yeah, $7.49 at Microcenter with the AMS. That's the deal. When I saw this time last year, I think it was $8.50. Then it went back up to $9.50, and that kind of stunk. So we waited. That's something you got to do sometimes, is just wait. You know, it's the best thing for us. Waiting gets easier as you get older sometimes, you know. Time goes by quicker. So, just being able to exercise your patience. All right, so. Now, this box out of the way. I gotta admit, my anxiety is high. I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to get this done by the time I gotta go to work. Is the only thing. So if you're one of the subscribers, thank you. We do appreciate you guys being out here with us. How's that bad boy gonna get off of there? That looks kind of precarious. Honestly, I'd like to just be able to take this guy off to get that thing out of there. I gotta pop that screw out right there or something, because this is gonna be annoying. If you've ever bought a new guitar before, you practically got to take every dang screw out from the pick guard to get all the plastic off of the pick guard. Big old pain in the butt when you got a brand new guitar. And if they're kind enough, they'll make sure to get the extra plastic right behind the knobs too, so that you can't really adjust the knobs. What I don't want to do is force this guy out and then have a little clump of a blob, yay, in the way there. All right, so let's just close that back up. We got the lid off. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's a few screws I got to take out. Got some extra parts in here. So the goal today is just to get, if we could get, I mean, the goal today is to try and print a benchy. That's really what we're trying to do here. We'll see how it goes, okay? Is that the freaking AMS inside? I think so. And the other goal is to get all this stuff put away before my wife sees it, as they don't exactly know. So that's the AMS inside of this thing. Interested to see. That is a very unique way to ship that thing out, man. Whoever decided that is just the brilliant. Okay, so we got a couple screws right here we're gonna have to undo possibly to get this AMS out, but I feel like that thing is just sitting in there. Those I thought were locking it in on the one of the axes. They look like they're linked together, so we need our Allen keys. We have the full set. All right, that's the 2.5. So it might be the 2. Jackpot. There's one reason why I like this thing. If I put them in there, I'm going to forget where the heck I put it. Oh, I've been playing this game a while. So, my understanding is that the red stickers here are on here because of feedback from, you know, other folks. Probably were like, hey, can you put a red sticker on there so I know what the hell to undo, man? You know, it's always so helpful when they listen to the end user. I like that. All right, so a bunch of PLA, a benchy, some other things in there. Seeing if there's anything crucial inside of the box here. Doesn't really look like it this second, so that's good. Let's see what happens. Can I lift this thing out now? Oh yeah. So 2 easy screws. This is the AMS. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. This is the whole point. That was the main reason that I wanted that this 3D printer was for the AMS, so we can do multicolor prints and it'll be easy for us. I'm going to make sure we have some audio over there real quick, folks. On the computer that's actually got speakers hooked up and turned on. Or maybe we can fire up this phone over here that's been charging. Or has it? Has not. Now it is. Real truck. Give it a like over here. All right, check, check. Great. Just wanted to make sure we had some audio. Like we said, first time streaming from the phone in the studio. So what in the world are we looking at here, huh, folks? So we got that. Some stuff, it's just you gotta remove it. I'm gonna leave that guy there for now. All right, time to get these all these Allens out. That is a nice screw. Peel these stickers off of here too if I can. Ha! Now the Allen keys I have, they're pretty awesome because they're long and they got one of those little kind of rounded endos on them. So you can get in there, because this one back here is pretty deep and I just don't want to scrape anything while I'm taking it apart too. The other strategy I think is that I'm just going to unscrew them and then I'll lift this plate out. You know, this definitely just seems like a piece for transporting. It's going to keep the hotbed flat. And the AMS was in there too, which is pretty cool. So this guy does not feel like I'm getting anything there. There we go. Hey, lots of times all you got to do is say it's not happening, and things can work out for us. So you might be wondering, hey, Busy, what's going on? You haven't made any music videos for us anytime recently. And the answer is no, I have not. In terms of content, I've got some recordings from Gatlinburg and driving to the Smoky Mountains from Atlanta. But apparently I can't post that on YouTube. And I got some awesome drone footage. But apparently I was not supposed to be flying the drone inside the state park. All right. So we got that guy out of there. Drop this one back wherever, who knows. Okay. Whoop. All right, next, we've got these two here. Check those out as well. So we've got the content. I guess we're just not allowed to post it. Now this screw seems like it's really purposeful here, you know. To me, what I can see happening with this is that this thing probably is part of the leveling system. And this block here, I'm sure it can lift, it's going to be able to move somehow to go up and down. But what do I know? Tell you what I do know. I'm hoping that Alex and Daniel will learn how to run the software to do this. You know, there's a lot of different paths for 3D printing. I really want to go past anything. I want to do more than just downloading STLs and printing out little dragons and stuff. You know, that's what my daughter wants to do, and I'm cool with that. I'd really like to be able to make some things. You know, if you look behind me, you can see we got the racing simulator there, and there's about a million things I want to make for that. Most definitely. Saw a really cool project somebody's working on one of my Facebook pages, where they're making a dash for the racing sim, and it's got a 5-inch little 5-inch place for a screen, and you can also it's got spots where you can run some like wind simulation or something like that, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we are through the absolute basics. That was feeling a little bit forced. I don't know if I would suggest that. Also, hey, this is my first time doing this, so if you're watching anything, looks like I don't know what I'm doing, then don't do that. Right? Now, part of me thinks I'm not going to force this very much, because that has got to be just the guts of everything. So just bear with us. Hey, I got somebody here with us. Let me check what those comments are real quick, huh? That's excellent. Oh. Like I said, first time doing the live stream here, so let me read it over here, because I'm just kind of struggling around right now. All right. What'd you say, Ed the Gimpy Ninja? You want to get one, but you don't know where to begin? Hey, so check it out. The GIMP. I started with this Bambu Labs because that's what my nephew told me to do. They said that with their robotics teacher, the guy had a closet full of parts from other units that they had used, you know, Crealities and stuff. And they also were on the front running with all of the 3D printing stuff. So if you had like a Creality Ender or something like that, yeah, it probably wasn't all that great. Now this one, I got the P1S because it's got the automatic feeder on it, so you can run, you know, 4 other filaments. But if we're just talking about Bambu Labs, maybe like the A1, if you have a Microcenter around you, that might be really inexpensive. All right, so here we are. We took out we pulled the thing out, that's the AMS we pulled out right there. We removed all those screws and removed the cardboard and that thing. That's where we're at. Okay, so now we need to feed the tube. AMS assembly, that's where we're at, huh? All right. Spool holder assembly, or AMS, huh? Hotbed, unlock, and screen installation. All right, remove the 3 screws with the Allen key H2 to unlock the host bed. That's what we just did. Now we need to insert the LCD cable into the port by plugging it into the terminal as pictured. All right, so that's what we're going to do right now, is get the LCD screen installed. And then we'll get back to the AMS, I guess. So I'm pulling stuff out of the box. Here's some stuff. That's, I don't know, the boat model components. Here's some more PLA. I don't know what they give you. I got some green and orange. That's cool. I'm glad I didn't buy orange. I got a whole bunch of other PLA as well. So I'm just looking for that screen. So since I'm not finding it in this box, which is in my way now, I gotta think that maybe it's in the AMS or something. Ooh. All right, so nice, already cleaned up, and guess what? I forgot I had this. That's got to be it. Yeah, Gimpy. It seems like if there's... It seems like this is the iPhone of 3D printers, okay? And I'm an Android and a PC person, right? But you know what? With certain things, I just have learned that you're going to spend so much time messing around with it. And I don't have that. So right now, what I'd like to do is get some results, you know, make it fun. And then we can get down and dirty with building a hot rod or something like that, you know. But in the meantime, I wanted to get it going. I followed the advice of my nephew. And they said, just get the P1S. He's had it for, it was a year ago that I was told to get this one. And as far as I understand, they're still rocking theirs. They said it still hasn't broken, no issues. So they're confirming the decision. So we got that guy in there. And then it's going to slide and click, it looks like. Now there is an upgraded one of these, and of course I'm going to buy that. I believe it's more like a 3-inch screen, something to that effect. So do I need to install the spool holder assembly if I'm using an AMS? That's a good question, right? So AMS assembly. They're showing us this here. Remove the screws pictured with an Allen H2. Secure the spool holder with 2 screws from the accessory box. To me, the spool holder is, can I run 5 of them then? That would be cool. Okay, so we unlocked the hot bread. We got the screen on there. We kind of tucked it, plugged it in, it's saying bend the LCD cable towards the opening on the back of the screen as pictured. Yeah, so we did that. So we got that thing locked in. That's great. All right, printer binding. So now we're going to have to sit there and eat it while we do the all the software stuff. So you telling me this thing's already set up? Because I thought this was going to take me a minute, okay? I watched some of these videos and I thought it was going to be a little while. So here's the AMS, right? And all right, so we got to put the glass on. Hey, like I said, it's my first time, man. So we got that there. Here goes the AMS right on top. This is what's cool about the way we're doing it here. Go. I'd be kidding that it's this easy. So, how far in does this go? It looks like it's going in about. Man, has the thing got like a shark bite on it, like doing some plumbing or something? Because it feels locked on. That's for sure. All right, now is there some cabling that we need to install here? And that's what it looks like, right? So I've got cables of 2 lengths here. All right, we've got a plug over here. My gut tells me that this guy is going up to there. Where's the instructions? Okay, right there. So, and these are both the same, 3x2. So you're gonna plug in right here, get a nice little click, and then it's saying that I can plug this guy into either one. So I'm going to do that guy. And then this appears to be the other one. Now this is a 4x2. That's what I didn't notice, is these are 4x's. That would have demystified it for me there. I would have been able to tell. Now, given the choice, I'm going to have the 90. Oh, man. So one thing, they've got the the thing right here that's going to kind of click it in. It's on the back side of this. I would have had it on the outside so that it's more accessible. You know, gee whiz. I did not like that at all. Like that guy just... and I guess they're not really clicking in. It's more just kind of locating it. But like that's something a car manufacturer would do to you, right? Let me tell you, because I just did something on the replacing quick disconnect on the heater core on my Chevy Tahoe, and I was so happy that I was able to get it off in like 15 or 20 minutes. I was able to disconnect that thing instead of it taking me like 2 hours. All right, so got a little spool installer, spool holder you want me to put on here. Gotcha. So AMS is in. Now you said spool holder assembly. Do I need a spool holder if I'm running the AMS? I guess that's my question, and I feel like the answer is no. I'm not going to mess with that right now. All right, so this is awesome. I'm really in disbelief if I'm already at the you need to install the software stuff, you know. So this appears to be the spool holder. It'd make perfect sense if I didn't have the AMS. If there's a way that I could turn this into a 5, that'd be great. Or if there's a way that I can make another AMS, which is what I'm really going to try and do, and run more than 4 colors, I would be really interested in hearing about that. All right, so I'm just looking at the other goodies that we have in here right now. Ooh, look at Bambu Labs. I'm going to keep this one. This is awesome. Great length. If it had the little ball end on the end, oh, that would just be fantastic. So I've got some other things in here. I don't know what they do. I got no idea. This is all new to me, folks. You know, looks like spare parts, things like that. Definitely stuff to make sure you keep. So this blows my mind if this thing's already we're already rolling like this, ready to go. I'm just loving it. Okay. I think the next thing, I'm gonna put this back. By putting it back, it means I'm gonna have to use it again, right? Okay. So that's all done. Unbelievable. So we've got the power cord here. Clearly, that's what this thing is. It's a power cord. All right. So yeah, why do we have the 3D printer? I fix a lot of stuff, and man, sometimes there's like a little plastic thing that broke, and it's just like you're screwed. You know, you got to try and figure out how you're going to be able to get it going. All right, so that's for another day. Right now, this thing's on wheels, so it's not going to be what we're actually running this thing on. Okay, we're gonna go, and this is just for putting it together, and we're gonna go move it to another spot. Actually, part of the reason why we use the cell phone here and not the other setup that we can regularly stream with. So that's pretty cool. Kobe. All right, so this is some type of filament tubes, I guess. This says remove the plastic bag of this plastic bag, but that to me looks more like a of course they're saying this, so there's stickers here that are saying take this bag out, And they're there for a reason, okay? You know, I'm sure somebody got caught up and said, you didn't tell me exactly what to do, so I didn't do it. And sometimes that is understandable. Dang. So check that out. There you go, folks. Rocking and a rolling. Now, here's a little SD card slot. It comes with the SD, does it? Oh, that is some kind of SD card that I will probably never plug into anything in my entire home. I'm probably going to take that thing and smash it with a hammer. Sorry, folks. Well, I recognize that America, we probably are the stormtroopers of the world and we don't know it. You know, oh, this thing isn't too heavy either. This is exciting. So, you're telling me the next thing I need to do is install the app and get this thing going. I also need to figure out how to pull that stuff out because I didn't read any instructions that told me to do that yet. And I think it's part of it needs to stay in there until it's leveled out, you know? So, we got all that. Download the Bambu Handy app. Register and log into your Bambu Lab account. Connect the printer to power. Follow the instructions on the screen until getting to the page shown on the right side. Use Bambu Handy to scan the QR code on the screen and bind your printer with the Bambu Lab account. Okay. Then you're saying, follow the instructions on the screen to complete the initial calibration. It is normal to have vibration and noise during the calibration process. Do not remove the protective foam from beneath the hotbed until after the initial calibration is complete. Ha! So that's really important, okay? You can pretty much, here's my experience with this so far, okay? All right. Let's see if I can actually get in there. So far, the way that they marked all the screws that need to be removed, it is absolutely self-explanatory. You can open this thing up, and as far as I'm concerned, you really don't even need any instructions if you are remotely inclined to putting things together. Up to this point, okay? So you can get the plastic off of the glass. You can get the AMS out. That looked like a whole bit to do because this was inside of there for transportation, right? So this has a bunch of screws that you got to take out. If you're doing a P1S that doesn't come with the AMS in the box, I imagine that's probably not in there, and this thing is probably locked down just like that. Maybe they got the cradle over just to lock it in. It'd be smart. If I was manufacturing this thing, I'd design one thing that I put in every single unit, and if I need to add the AMS, I just shove it in there, right? So all this stuff, it was super self-explanatory. Now you get to this point where we're going to have to register the product. That might be a little bit of a conundrum because I'm using my phone right now. I've got another one charging over here. My old, it's a Samsung Galaxy Note 8. We got that one charging up. And we've got to register it. And then right down here, okay, because this is the point, and getting back to that disclaimer, do not remove the protective foam from beneath the hotbed until after the initial calibration is complete. Okay. So then now, man, somebody needs new glasses and they're on the way. Okay. So I guess there's some preloaded files on this SD card, okay? And then they're telling us, place at least one spool of bamboo filament into the AMS. Turn on the power to start the printer and the AMS. Insert the filament into the filament inlet. The filament will be automatically preloaded when detected. It says we recommend first printing a single color model with the supplied Bambu PLA. And that's what I'm going to do. I have a whole bunch of inland PLA that we bought, but we're going to do the Bambu because I just don't want to introduce any type of variables into what's going on. I want the first print just to happen. Okay. Then it's saying download the Bambu Studio, log into the Bambu Studio with your Bambu Lab account, which is the same for the Bambu online store. Create or open a project. All right, so then we'll be at the Bambu Studio, and that could be a whole other line of things that we're gonna do for us. Okay, so seems like right now what we need to do is get the Bambu Handy app going, and we need to get it registered. And then we can plug this thing in and give it a run. We may do it right here. I have another spot over underneath the stairs where I have a network connection, and I also have a bunch of power, and we'll probably put it over there so it's just away from everybody if this thing's running. We don't want it to be too loud, anything like that. All right, sure. Decisions. We're gonna go, and first of all, coffee. I'm pretty thrilled. This took about a half an hour to get this thing together. Right? Dang, that's crazy. I'm just looking, and there's like 46 people here. That's pretty cool. We do appreciate it. This is if you guys are just first new checking out this channel, this is the Busy Mind Studios. And my idea with this was I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm not just going to do one thing. Who knows if I'm pretty sure that's not going to make the channel very successful monetarily, but I'm going to do whatever the heck I want, right? So right now, what I want to do is get this 3D printer going. Some of the other things that we do here is we got this racing simulator sitting behind us. Oh, that's really the thing that I want to that I really want to be messing around with all the time, right? Is the racing sim. We got a ton of music stuff over back there too. Oh, this is one of the other kids' setups right here. What are they rocking? If you guys are into the computers and stuff like that, can we see it from there? That one's a i7 10 series with the 3070 Ti in it. So that's what we're doing a lot of, is doing the racing sim. Ooh, man. So we got to get the Bambu Labs stuff rocking on here. So we do music, we do family stuff. You know, we got a bunch of like 80s mixes that seems to be fun for a lot of people if you're into that. If you want 90s mixes, we can do all that kind of stuff, but we were just trying to drink our coffee. All right. So I'm at that conundrum where I need to get the Handy app going on the phone, and I'm using the phone right now. Now, can I do the Bambu Handy from a PC? Is that possible? And or is my other phone charged up right now? Is what we got to try and figure out. I don't mind using my phone. I just got to sort of get out of there. Is the stream here. I hope I don't screw it up again. Thanks for sticking around if you guys did. That's super awesome. That's what I'm wondering about is port 3002. And I'm kind of resistant on putting this thing. I don't want to put my Wi-Fi password into it right now because I've just heard stuff. So as far as that goes, it was like 40 minutes to put this thing together. It was like so easy to get it all ready to go. So Bambu Labs, you guys did a great job on that. I do really appreciate that being so easy. Blah, blah, blah. So Wi-Fi. And then, of course, I'm reading people are saying that the Wi-Fi on the Bambu Labs is a little sketch-a-do. And, you know, I don't want to make that statement yet. man, I'm chopping in and out, in and out. Well, I wish I could just do split screen with this phone or pick up on my other one. It's that kind of stuff when you're doing this live streaming that it keeps you from ever doing it, because you got to set up all the cameras and make sure you're not wearing all your house clothes. And did you actually comb your hair after you took your kid to school this morning? Bunch of that stuff. And then you got to keep it going, and you get tech all tied up to different things. The cool thing is I'm just sitting here in my racing sim, which I really appreciate. I need to actually use this thing a little bit more. You know, this is the TK Racing steering wheel that I somehow gender bended using this quick release from Amazon to get it to hook up to. I'm using a Sim Magic Alpha Mini is the base there, and we've got some Alibaba SimJack pedals here that we installed. It's so cool. We've got these haptic transducers on the back of it, and this is the kind of stuff I want to be making. The mounts for the transducers right here, you know, I had to buy those from somebody off of Etsy. What else did they make me? This awesome cup holder right here. Yeah, baby. And a few other little onesie twosies. I'll show you what those transducer mounts look like back over here. Right, but that is exactly the kind of stuff that we want to be printing for these racing sims, you know? So what the heck is going on with the Wi-Fi here? Part of me wants to say, you know what, let's just go and we're going to set up later. Boop. Terms and conditions. Yep, I agree to that. We request your help to improve everyone's printing scan. Join. I don't want to join. Nada. Finally, let's run the self-test routine to check the status of your printer. Okay, so, well, heck, if you stuck around with us, I appreciate you. Okay. Do I need to hook up? Does this thing need some ink to run the self-test is what I'm wondering here. Why can't I adjust that up and down? There we go. So let's go back to this. Do not remove the protective foam until the calibration is complete. All right, now we're just gonna say start and cross your cross your fingers, I guess. It's not loaded with any filament, so it's alive. All right, let's get a little closer. Sounds like a freaking ray gun, baby. Oh, I just can't wait to be able to make some stuff with this. And fringe benefit, if I can get the twins to start creating stuff, learning how to either import stuff digitally, you know, like using your camera, scanning stuff in real life, and then creating the STL files, getting there using Autodesk, I think, is one of the programs, you know. That's a big question that we'll have to get some answers on. If anybody there watching knows, like, you know, what ecosystem should you go into in terms of learning to do the design stuff? So that you don't end up having to change programs, you know? Like, should we just do Blender 100%? Or are we going to need to know 5 programs, right? What combination of the 5 are we after, you know? So I'm feeling the stand that we're on here. Because the thing's on wheels, so it's definitely not going to be... It's not where it's going to always be. Unless it works, I would love it to be able to be on one of these, because I have 2 of these. It's a filing cabinet on wheels, and I can put a lot of the filament and stuff under there. So I feel like this might all be in vain, you know. I would expect that one of the reasons why the Bambu Labs work so great is that it is going to calibrate itself for the environment that it's in, which really that's going to mean the stand that it's on. And I'm 100% about to roll this stand to another spot. I'm about to pick the whole thing up and set it on something that's a lot more chill, a lot more stable. You know, you can almost see this the glass here. It's definitely it's moving from the print head is just vibrating, and I can definitely feel it down here in the platform that it's on right now. It, it would just make sense to me from an engineering point of view that you're going to have this thing just wind up and do its whole thing so that you can tell what the situation is. So self-test, we're almost there. You can't really see, but it looks like it's about 80%. Then I've got to load the AMS to do a test print. And we've got to do that. So self-test complete. Your print is ready to enjoy. All right, so I'm going to hit finish. So can I take this out now? All right, so that is all out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. Some stuff on there. So we'll close that bad boy up. Now it's saying print finish. So what do we do? There's all kinds of stuff here that I just don't even know where to start. All right, so it's saying it's like it's saying it thinks it sees it, but LAN only's off. All right, so it's seems like it's got an IP. SD card, 30 gig, account not logged in, huh? What's up with that? Region not selected. I thought I did that. All right. Uh-huh. So this must be what's on the SD card, okay? So we can do a scraper, a honeycomb thing, film. I mean, where's the benchy? I just want to see phone stand. What I don't want to do is pick something that's just like takes too long. All right. So Spartan SD card holder, scraper, honeycomb organizer, film stick, mini tray, burr puzzle, spool part. I'm not really seeing where to get to anything. Print finish. Oh, you're just watching somebody fumble around with this thing, that's for sure. It's going to be all the filament settings. We'll have to mess around with that and figure out the temperatures. So, of course, count not logged in. Freaking love it. All right. You want to just go for it? You want to just sit here and watch somebody just go for it? All right. All right, so here's the PLA that came with the kit, right? Now, I've never loaded one of these, but I'm sure it's like anything else. You want to make sure that it doesn't just just go get running on you. You don't want to have any slack in it, right? So I imagine I'm going to need a pair of scissors, right? And I'm going to take this orange piece here. I'm going to cut it off. Set it down in here. And then now the instructions were saying something, turn it off. Place at least one spool of bamboo filament in the AMS. Turn on the power to start the printer in the AMS. Insert the filament into the outlet. All right, well, it's already on, so we're just going to stick it in there. And it's definitely, I got to push up, pull back, something like that. Now it said it'll sense it, but it is not doing nada. So what I'm going to do is just turn this thing off, because it said turn it on. I'm going to turn it on, let it boot, ready to print. I'm even putting it in the right place. I mean, I'm putting it where it seems like it would only make sense. Okay, still keeping the filament tight. Let's just try a different one. Just wasn't pressing hard enough, okay? That's freaking crazy. Now the poop chute is just sitting in the back. Probably should put something over there. All right. So that's pretty cool. Let's I just want to try and print out I just want to do a benchy, right? Place at least one spool of bamboo filament into the thing, turn it on. The filament will automatically be preloaded and detected. All right, so we can slice, select, and then send it over. So let's just give it a shot. A P1S vase. How big is that vase going to be? A squishy turtle. How long is that going to take? P1S fan support. A scraper grip. I could really use that. Honeycomb thing. Mini tray. Burr puzzle. Bambu Labs spool part 2. That sounds like something I want. A spool thingy. Bambu Lab badge. That's kind of cool. 3D benchy. All right, so what's that? Was that right at the top and I just didn't see it the whole time? Because that's what we want to do, is just go for pretty much as basic as we can. We're going to keep it open. All right, so we're just going to click it. You're saying 46 minutos? So I'm telling you, folks. Well, I'm seeing a green sticker in there on the print head that I should have took off. I think it's just kind of keeping the case together. So I'm, you know what I'm not going to do is stick my hand in there or mess with anything like that. Maybe I can get us a better shot at that screen somehow. Oh, I don't think we're going to be so lucky. So it just seems like it's heating up. Hey, like I said, you know what? If you've done 3D printing and you are listening to the play-by-play right now, I have clearly said this is our first time ever messing with the 3D printer. I am a rookie. We are rookies. We did not know what's going on. You know, it might be kind of fun, though. I'm thinking about maybe firing up the racing sim over here behind us. So while this thing's printing, we can sit there and watch me do the racing sim. If you guys want me to potentially do that, let me know in the comments. Josh, fire up the racing sim. We've got iRacing and Assetto Corsa on there. I imagine if I put on the iRacing right now, it's going to be like 30 gigs of downloads that we'll have to do before we can get anything going. So now another thing that's interesting, and I wish I could give you guys a, oh, here we go, something's happening. So it must have been heating up. I mean, that's what I assumed was happening. This thing was just heating up, right? You can almost see the green sticker that's going to be at the top of the print head on the left that I didn't take off. Oh, it smells good. Yeah, so we're at like 100 and we're at 200 degrees Celsius right now, 207, 211. It's going to print it at 220, so it seems like it's just it's starting to happen right now. Let's get us a little further down in there, huh? We got a little tripod action here. Oh, yeah. There we go, folks. Oh, yeah. All right. It says pause. Why is that? Now this is classic. Something's coming out of my printer that has not been connected. Of course, because you know printers, it's just my regular paper printer, disconnected itself from the network. Won't print anything. Now it's going to print everything it wouldn't print for the last week. This thing's showing that it's on the Wi-Fi, even though it was acting weird. And I put it on the guest network, which we don't really use for anything. So I'm just surprised to hear this thing's, yeah. Classic. Yeah. So, kind of feel like this thing's not doing anything. You know, it's going between saying pause and then it's saying HMS 0700 2000 002 001. Do you guys know what that means? You want me to close? I don't think I need to close the window for it to get going. But it's up there. Kind of just want to like say like, hey man, go ahead and print. I hit the play button. See what the heck is going on here. Printing. Okay. You know, I'm just wondering if I needed to take that little sticker off there, because if I do, what a pain in the ass. Oh man. So the stream might pause for a second because I'm going to try to go to that slicer software on my... Yo. So... I'm going to do a stupid thing right now. You guys will love it. I'm going to reach my hand in there and get that piece of plastic. I think that thing opens and closes, and I was just it's for shipping, you know. So. See. All right, so we got to see what that code is there, the HMS thing. I'm firing up the note here. Got the good old Note 8. Yeah, baby. We use this to fly our DJI drone. So why is that thing saying pause? Is there a screw that I didn't take out that I missed? Something like that. HMS. What I really want to do is just text my nephew and be like, "Hey, bud, what's this HMS code here?" We're gonna find out. And then maybe we'll get that Benchy software installed on this phone as well. Bambu Lab HMS 0700. Ooh, okay, so we're looking for that error code is what it is. That's great. Zero 0700. 2000 002 001. Is that what it is? Filament may be broken. Some brittle filaments may break inside an AMS and usually cause the hub sensor at on state and the feeder sensor at off state. Okay. Slot 1 filament has run out. This warning appears when filament is used up in one of the slots, which we just put brand new filament in there. If you see the spool's filament and the slot runs out, please insert the required filament and press the retry button on the screen. If the message still shows up, please contact the after sales team. So the thing is, and this is what I'm assuming, okay, is that if you look up here, this guy's in the 3rd slot, and I think they want me to put stuff in the 1st slot, okay? So, and that's fair, because what do I know, right? So I guess we're going to do the green filament now. Okay. Now, previously, I just was struggling to load the filament up. because I was just not pressing hard enough. So I'm gonna go back and hit play. So now it's filling that guy up. It's feeding it. And the temperature's going up. It's at 197, 202, 207, 211, 214, 16, 17. Now, it's all of a sudden showing the target temperature of 250, which just seems like way too hot. I thought we'd want something more like right around, like, I don't know, 210. So now it's showing that the target temp dropped down to 220. And the filament temperature is dropping now as well. Maybe it's just getting it super hot for that first run. I do not know. Oh yeah. Alright, so it just kicked out all that green stuff. It's gonna come out the chute probably. Sounds like a ray gun again. The Australian breakdancer, right? Alright, so we got some action. So it wanted that first slot, it seems like. I'll tell you what, too, this base is moving around, so if I don't get the result that I want, it's clearly just because I need to get this thing more situated here. So like I was saying, we might throw the racing sim on if you guys want to hit us up in the comments and tell us you're interested in that. If you're just jumping in, this is my first 3D printer. It's a Bambu Labs P1S with the AMS. We picked it up at Microcenter. I'm super lucky. I have 2 Microcenters near me. Usually the one that's just about 12 minutes from my house. They usually have everything I need. I really haven't had to go to the other Microcenter anytime recently. But they have these right now, the Bambu Labs P1S with the AMS for $749, which seems like the average price has been about $849 for the last year or so. I wanted to buy this, honestly, I wanted to buy this the day after Thanksgiving last year, and I was going to buy it from Bambu Labs, getting that Black Friday deal is what I wanted, and I hesitated. I was about to buy the Bambu Labs, and I was going to buy a 75-inch TV, and I hesitated, and guess what? I had a leak in my upstairs. The dryer leaked. That's right, the dryer. It's got a sanitizer and wrinkle guard thing, so that means there's water in the dryer, and it leaked everywhere, and I fixed all that stuff. It took me a while. I had to pull all the linoleum out and put down tile and paint, and I put in cabinets and all this other mumbo jumbo, and that was my 3D printer money. So I've just been waiting to be able to do this. So it's doing its auto test right now, getting itself situated. Alright, I think we might be Action Jackson time, baby. It's heating up. 211, 214, 217. Target temp of it's showing 220, and it is printing. Nya! Nya! Oh, I'm stoked. Oh, I'm so stoked. Just a little benchy, but we got something going on here, folks. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but the table's definitely got some, it's definitely swinging around. I'll close the door a little bit and maybe get it in the screen so you can see the, how much vibration it's causing. Look at that. So we'll definitely put it on something that's not on wheels, because that's what we got right now. We can use these filing cabinets that they're on to hold all the PLA and stuff like that. You can see some of the guitars and the reflection there. That computer down there is so old. That's like a Core 2 quad. It's so old. Oh my gosh. It's a yeah, right, a Core. Yeah, that thing is a Core 2 quad. P65 chipset. Super ancient. "18 minutes left, folks." So what we're looking forward to doing with this is making stuff for the racing simulator. It's kind of what we're after right now. So I have to say, I'm impressed. You know, I thought this was going to take, this was going to be hours and hours, you know. But right now, I think it's, what time do we got? It's 12 o'clock. I got to start getting ready for work here in a second. We started this a little bit after 10. All right. And that also includes mucking around with having to do the live stream and just getting everything in terms of the production going. That thing is just tearing it up. I'm going to get us a little bit closer if you guys want to do that. Ooh. On the volume on my own phone, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so stoked. It is just going right along, folks. The other thing we got to deal with is we didn't tell the wife about this. So we're definitely going to get some feedback about that. The cool thing about having one of those Microcenter Insider credit cards is that usually when I buy stuff there, I use the credit card because it gives you a 5% discount. But this time, because I also got some other things while I were there that I'm not going to disclose right now, this time I used their 0% for 6 months with the Microcenter Insider card. And then I can just chop this purchase up, make it easy peasy. I really wanted to get this together because the kids have Thanksgiving break coming. Today's Thursday, they got Friday, and now we can play with it throughout the entire break. And there's some stuff I want to make on Hue Forge. I want to make some Hue Forge prints. I don't even know what the heck that means, but that's what I want to do. Do some Hue Forge prints. Man, this thing is moving. You got to figure the way that this auto-calibrated itself, it would just be so smart of the engineers to factor in sway from what it's mounted to. If it's moving around a whole bunch, they've got to factor that in. So it might have shook this thing and figured out exactly how much it's moving around, and then it's going to do what it's going to do, because so far the Benchy looks pretty smooth, you know? So thanks for joining the channel. If you guys, if you weren't here earlier when I was talking, I call it Busy Mind Studios because I just want to do whatever I want to do. I don't want to pigeonhole myself into one niche. You know, I like to build stuff. I like to fix stuff. I don't really like to fix stuff, but I have to fix stuff. And I like playing music and making music. I'm pretty awful at live music though. I'm great. I can draw it out on the computer. I can follow along with my guitar. If you want to play some blues, we can do that. But that's what the Busy Mind Studio is. It means I can just do whatever I want, and whether or not that makes it successful, who knows. Of course, it would be nice to be able to sit here and mess around with you guys, do the 3D printing, that kind of stuff, play some music, and not have to go to work, which we do. But that's the premise of the Busy Mind Studio. So it'd be awesome if you guys could go on there. If you're watching this because of the 3D printing, I'd love for you to subscribe. I have a bunch of subscribers from these like 80s mixes that I'm doing. If you want to listen to some 80s music with some cool trippy visuals, go ahead and check out some of the content that we made. Look at the playlist, that kind of stuff. But a sub for the 3D printing stuff would just be fantastic, because that's more my speed. Being an 80s DJ was not on my bingo card last month, but I made some mixes for work, and I looked down, and wouldn't you believe it, we got monetized from that. So now we got this thing ripping for us, and you know, there's a lot of other things going on down here in the studio. You know, so that's what I'm talking about. There's not just one thing that we're doing, right? We're running I got the 3D printer because if you're just joining us, we got this racing sim right here, right? And there's so many things that I can make for it. What I really want to do next, now that I got the 3D printer, is build a dash right here. So I can I want to put like a 5-inch screen right here, and then I want to have some, it's going to look like air conditioning ducts, and you can run some fans and simulate the wind while you're driving, right? One of the things that we got that's here are these mounts, because on the back pedal and the gas, it's a tactile transducer. It's gonna basically vibrate, right? That way you can just feel the road a little bit more. You can feel wheel slip, ABS, all that kind of stuff. You know, we've got some bigger. I screwed right into the seat that I got for like $100. So it's just like, hey, let's mount it in there, you know. But we've got so many things that we could do over here with the racing sim, right? Here's a whole bunch of the kind of music stuff right here too that we got floating around. So there's a lot of stuff going on down here, and that's what I'm talking to you guys about. You know, in the studio, there's not really, we're not constrained to like one thing, you know. We want to be able to do whatever we want to do. If you're into 3D printing, hitting the subscribe will help me understand that that's the stuff that you guys are interested in. So this bad boy's ripping, saying about 8 minutes left. Oh, I'm so excited. There's so many things I want to make. And the real cool thing about this is that it's got the AMS on there, so it can, once we slice it up, it can switch to different colors and stuff like that, which is just that's going to be so much fun. You know, there's these Hue Forge prints that I really want to make, and we're going to get to that in due time here. It's just so great because, you know, initially I saw like a little ridge, like one little dot, and I thought like, oh, that's going to be an imperfection, because from what I can see, it just looks like it's printing really smooth. But the imperfection that I thought I saw is the junction right there where you can see it's adding another layer. You know, it's things just working, and that's why we bought the Bambu Labs. You know, because my nephew, who is a robotics savant. Is that how do you spell savant? Savant. They recommended the Bambu Labs because it just works. The Bambu Labs. Love it. Uh-huh. That's so funny. I'll have to add that in there. Bambu Labs, because it just works. Go, Bambu, go! It's fucking rad. Excuse my language. For all those kids that are, you ditch school so that you could sit at home and watch. Oh, you're at school. Watching people live stream stuff. It's hilarious. So not much longer left. Is it only got seconds left or what? What I don't like is the screen. It's got 4 minutes left. The screen kind of went a little dark. Just press up on it and it's back. It's went to sleep. So this is printing at 219 right now, Celsius. So we've got a whole bunch, of filament. Here, let me. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know why I was not paying attention here. A little bit better light. Three minutes left, baby. So thanks for joining us. This is my first 3D printer. This thing went together so easy. I spent more time thinking about putting it together than it really took to just get it together. And I do that a lot. That's why it's the Busy Mind Studio, because this brain is always firing on 12 cylinders. I thought about it more than it actually took to just get this thing going. So hats off to you, Bambu Labs. I mean, for a first-time experience, this has been great. It was a little clunky with the connecting on the Wi-Fi and stuff, but that's because I was putting it on a guest network, which I didn't even have set up. So I had to set that up real quick with my ASUS routers. I mean, it took me like, I don't know, 2 minutes to set it up. Still seems a little flaky on getting connected, and frankly we're probably going to have this thing on LAN mode anyways. That's going to be a whole other situation that we'll talk about. I've got the house wired up, so I want to put it in a kind of secluded place away from us so to just be quiet in the fumes, you know. Got the window open right now so that you guys can see what it's while it's going. But you know, we'll get it into its permanent spot and set it up. But for my first time around, I'm thrilled. I really am thrilled, to be honest with you. Saying a minute or less. Looks like it's just doing the finishing touches on this bad boy. I mean, I don't even know how to take it off of the bed. I mean, I figure I'm just going to reach in there and pull the thing off, you know, but I've never done that, you know. Sometimes you might need a scraper. I'm sure a lot of times. This comes with the this is just the standard bed that comes with it. Everything right now is what you get with this package. If you're just jumping on, we got the Bambu Labs P1S with the AMS from Microcenter just the other day for $749 is the price that they have for it right now. And that looks like it is it, folks. It's just thrilling. I can't wait to do some prints with different colors. We're gonna have to use the slice. We're gonna have to use the Bambu Labs software and then go in there and slice it up to do different colors. So look at that first print with the live stream, setting up all the networks. So setting this thing up, getting it on the network, installing the AMS. First print, 2 hours. It's awesome. This thing still says printing. I mean, I don't want to, I'm not going to do nothing, stick my hand in there, touch anything till it's done. Oh, I'm so stoked. Yeah. How cool. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So we're just print finish, it says. So just, it is on there. Something I'm supposed to do. Here's what I don't want to do. Pry up or push down too hard. Wow. So there's the benchy. That is just, the finish on it is pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. See a little bit of imperfection right here. Right? A little bit of, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, that is just fantastic. You know, like we were saying, we need to put it on something that's a little bit more stable, right? But 2 hours with having to deal with all the cameras and the live streaming and using my phone to set up the accounts and all that mumbo jumbo, I would say get this 3D printer. Get the Bambu Labs P1S with the AMS. You know, because you're going to be able to do different colors, you know, like one color is cool, but man, when you can do 4 colors, I want to start doing the Hue Forge prints is what I'm looking towards doing next. But this is just, how cool is that, huh? How cool is that? Yeah, man. So let's get to this here, right here. Yeah. Stoked. Really, really stoked with this thing. How fantastic is that? I think that is just totally awesome. Really appreciate you guys coming out here and, you know, taking a tour inside the studio and watching me fumble through putting this thing together and all the other stuff. So I think I'm probably going to get kind of rekindled with my racing simulator now because there's going to be all kinds of fun stuff that I want to make with it. Sometimes the racing simulation, it's just as much about, it's just like computers, you know. If you like doing this kind of stuff, you like doing all your wiring and making sure everything's nice and neat and clean, maybe, you know, a reflection of you and what you're putting out there, you know, you show your creativity in the machines that we have, you know. Then getting a 3D printer is going to help you get some of these things out of your mind, you know. I fix a lot of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff that I have to fix, and sometimes I just need that little plastic piece. So this will be fun for me to learn how to make the designs, the STL files, and the is it the STEP files, the step files. Learning how to do that stuff might turn into a whole other thing too, you know. We do a lot of guitar stuff here, so you know, who knows what we can make with that as well. But yeah, this is so cool. This is the benchy took about 20 minutes or so. I would say that it came out pretty dang good. There was maybe a little bit of imperfection in the arches here a little bit, which I don't even know if the camera's going to pick that up or not. Probably not, and who cares, you know. So this P1S, the P1S with the AMS for $749. Just go get it. Just go get it. All right. Bought this at Microcenter. If you haven't heard me say it enough, I like that place a lot. Got this whole racing simulator over here from the Microcenter as well. They've really been just growing and flexing with that stuff more and more, you know. That's it. That is the racing sim right there. You know, we've got some this we've been making skins for our iRacing cars for the Microcenter as well too. So that's been pretty cool. So yeah, just go get it. It's dope. This has been an awesome first experience. I would sit here and keep doing a burnout with 3D printing, but I actually have to go to work now. So thanks for joining. Love it if you guys could hit the sub button for us. We're going to be making 3D printing stuff. We're going to be doing more racing simulation stuff. If you want to know how to change the water pump on a 2011 Toyota Camry, I have the time lapse for that. I just need to put it together. If you want to see some footage of some drone footage of us getting kicked out of the Smoky Mountains for filming with the drone footage, I don't know if I can put that on, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. If you like music, 80s mixes, 90s mixes, I'm more like 90s, 2000s, and like 70s rock and roll, but if you like the 80s mixes, I grew up listening to that too. I got a bunch of those for you. With being in the busy mind, it also means you need to calm your mind. So if you want to listen to some of my meditations, I have some of those for you too. That's really the route where we want to go, is doing the meditation stuff, because you got to take care of your brain, you know? You know, once you sit here and spend 20 hours trying to make something and you kicked it out 4 or 5 times and then you finally are printing that last one, you should go and maybe quiet your mind for a little bit, and might make you feel a little bit better. When you quiet your mind, then you're able to go a little bit longer, dig a little bit deeper, you know, maybe have that aha about the project that that you're struggling with or something like that, you know. And if you want to see us goofing around, sometimes we do some live streams and we'll play, oh man, what's the game my kid is always asking me to play and I can't remember right now? It's a platformer where you're running around. Help me in the comments, folks. Oh man, what's that one called? Oh, she keeps asking me. Gaming with Them. If you go and check some of my old live streams, if they're there, we used to go and play that. It's where a whole bunch of little guys would run and you'd have little obstacle courses. I can't think of the name. It's irrelevant, but it's a bunch of stuff going on here. So if you guys hit the sub, we'd really appreciate it. It'd be cool. And we'll show you guys some more content soon. So thank you so much for checking us out. And here's to looking forward to more products or more projects with this guy. This is the first benchy that we kicked out if you're just joining on. Thing just rocked. It absolutely rocked. That is just stock settings with the filament that came with the Bambu Labs P1S with the AMS. If anything, I would say there's this little booger in the arch here that I noticed. But that's just about it. So, thrilling. Go to Microcenter. Love that place. How do I stop this thing, huh? There you go, folks.